Imagine this. A man drifts into the most dangerous object in the universe, a black hole. According to physics, he should be destroyed, stretched into a spaghetti-thin strand, torn apart by infinite gravity, lost forever in darkness. But in Interstellar, Cooper doesn't die. Instead, he awakens inside something stranger than any dream. He floats in an endless lattice of shelves. Each shelf opens like a window, and through every window he sees the same place, his daughter Murphy's bedroom, but at different moments in time. Sometimes she is a child, crying for him. Sometimes she is older, frustrated and angry. Sometimes the room is empty, quiet, frozen in another moment. Cooper hasn't entered heaven. He hasn't gone mad. He has stepped into a higher dimension, a Tesseract. The Tesseract isn't just a plot device. It is the climax of Nolan's vision, a cinematic attempt to show what higher dimensions might look like and how human beings could interact with time itself if freed from the prison of the present. How could Cooper survive inside a black hole? What exactly is a Tesseract? Why is Murphy's room the center of it all? And most importantly, what does it mean about time, reality, and love? To answer this, we need to slowly climb from the world we understand, 3 dimensions, into the unimaginable world of 4, 5, and beyond. We live in 3 spatial dimensions: length, width, height. Add time, and we get the 4th dimension, the flow of moments, the ticking of the universe's clock. To imagine higher dimensions, think of a 2D being, a flatlander, living on a sheet of paper. To us, it's obvious they're trapped. We can see above them, below them, outside their world. But to them, the 3rd dimension is unimaginable. We are those flatlanders trapped in time, unable to move backward or forward. The beings who built the Tesseract are like us, but one step higher. A cube is the 3D extension of a square. A Tesseract is the 4D extension of a cube. It's almost impossible to picture, but we can represent its shadow in 3 dimensions, the strange cube-within-a-cube shape you may have seen in mathematics. In Interstellar, the Tesseract is a projection of the 5th dimension into a form Cooper can understand. Just as a shadow is a 2D projection of a 3D object, the shelves and lattices are a 3D projection of something far greater. Einstein's relativity tells us space and time are woven together into space-time. Gravity doesn't just bend space, it bends time. Inside a black hole, time becomes so distorted that the normal rules break down. Now imagine, what if time itself is not a flowing river, but a landscape? You don't move through it, you exist within it, like standing in a vast library where every moment is a book on a shelf. That is what the Tesseract represents. The question arises, if Cooper could access all of space-time, why anchor it to Murphy's room? The Tesseract simplifies time into a physical space he can understand. His daughter's room becomes the frame of reference, connection. The higher beings didn't choose this room. He did, through love. It's the emotional anchor that lets him navigate across time. Love is portrayed not as sentiment, but as a dimension of communication. Inside the Tesseract, Cooper realizes he cannot change the past, but he can influence it by manipulating gravity. Gravity is unique. Unlike light or sound, it penetrates all dimensions. This is why the books fell from the shelf. The dust formed binary coordinates. The watch's second hand ticked in Morse code. Murphy's ghost was Cooper all along. Not supernatural, but higher dimensional physics. The design of infinite shelves wasn't random. They symbolize storage, the storage of time. Each shelf is a slice of space-time, stacked infinitely, stretching beyond comprehension. The deeper Cooper moves, the further across Murphy's timeline he travels. The shelves are a metaphor for the structure of memory, records, and possibility. We often feel déjà vu, the sense of having lived a moment before. Science calls it a glitch in memory. But think deeper. What if déjà vu is our limited consciousness brushing against another part of the timeline, another shelf in the Tesseract? In Interstellar, this idea becomes literal. Cooper relives and re-influences moments across Murphy's life. His ghostly presence is déjà vu turned into reality. Once Cooper delivers the quantum data through the watch, the mission is complete. The Tesseract collapses. Why? Because it was never permanent. It was a construct, created by future humans, or bulk beings, as a temporary bridge for him to deliver the message. Once its purpose is fulfilled, it dissolves. Cooper is then ejected, rescued, and brought to Cooper Station near Saturn. The Tesseract scene is more than spectacle. It carries several layers of meaning. Physics. Time is a dimension, and gravity is the key to crossing it. Philosophy. The past, present, and future may coexist, accessible in higher dimensions. Emotion. What truly connects us across those dimensions isn't data, but love. Nolan turned Einstein's equations into poetry. We may never build a Tesseract, but in our own lives we live pieces of it. Every photograph is a window into another moment, like a shelf of time. Every déjà vu is a whisper of dimensions we can't see. Every act of love carries forward, surviving across time like Cooper's message to Murphy. The Tesseract is a metaphor for something greater, that we are not prisoners of time, but participants in something far larger, where meaning, memory, and connection echo beyond the moment we call now. In the end, Cooper doesn't save humanity with technology or strength. He saves it with something more powerful, the unbroken bond with his daughter. The Tesseract shows us that in a universe of black holes and relativity, one truth endures. Love is the force that reaches across space and time, and that is how the Tesseract in Interstellar works, not just as physics, not just as science fiction, but as a bridge between what we know and what we feel.